The MLB The Show community is divided right now. That's how I'm going to start it off. We saw the gameplay trailer, the anticipated gameplay trailer for MLB The Show 26 was revealed to the public, and it came with a lot of mixed reviews. Many of us are excited for the WBC, different animations, all the small implements that are being added on to the current state of the MLB The Show franchise. A lot of the outside users that don't really play the show as much as some of us had a lot of different opinions. As I'm scrolling through Twitter right now, it looks bad, comparing like the screenshots from a 1080p video to MLB 16, MLB 06. I could just pull them up on. I could just put them on the screen right now. I could just take screenshots of them. Yeah, it's looking really. It's the feedback on it. Twitter's basically violating the gameplay trailer. And you know what, I get it. You know, playing MLB The Show for about like 16 to 18 years, it has leaps, but it hasn't had that quote-unquote leap that everybody wants, especially on a current gen console, which is the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X, that is currently turning 6 years old this upcoming year. You got to put it into perspective. These consoles are old or getting up there. They're already past the 5-year mark, and that should mean, you know, video games, the quality should be better, right? I mean, listen, you've seen GTA 5 get another remaster for the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. Why can't MLB get one? Well, I can't give the excuse that, oh, MLB is not backed up well. Comparing it to GTA 5 is kind of unfair because GTA 5 and NBA 2K are both backed up by Take-Two Interactive. Rockstar is a division of Take-Two Interactive, so a lot of factors come in there. While MLB The Show is only backed up by Sony San Diego Studio, their original company since MLB 06 The Show, recently backed up along with PlayStation Studios, something that was launched along with the PS5 in early 2021. Yeah, so I'm going through more of these tweets. I mean, somebody compared a screenshot of Nolan Arenado, is that player from the Reds, like this is, I guess, is MLB 16 to 26. You could definitely see, you know, a little bit of a difference, but at the same time, you know, one game was on a PS4, the other one is on a PS5. There is supposed to be a little bit of a leap, but you know, I can't really justify like the shadowing, the lighting, the texture, the detail. I guess people really want this game to look like Pro Yaku Sports, which is the Japanese counterpart. Yeah, someone just compared Otani's face skin from the Japanese game to MLB 25, and then we probably have one of the worst screenshots of all time. It's a preview of your Road to the Show player making a speech at Cooperstown, and you have Mike Piazza, Ken Griffey Jr. with one of the worst hairlines I've ever seen, and Rob Manfred, which looks like Rob Manfred but made out of paper mache. It's hard to justify that MLB The Show does look the same or doesn't look the same, because it does, with just a few add-ons. The last time it really had like a gameplay / graphical change is MLB 20 with the hitting engine, and then a few other little add-ons and all that stuff. Super dots in 21, they fixed that. In 22, pinpoint they adjust. A lot of things have been added on. It just feels like to us that, you know, that play MLB The Show like quote unquote religiously, it just feels like a few add-ons just being built on the original like stepping stone dating back from like MLB 19, MLB 20. And you know, from an outsider perspective, I've seen I've seen some people that like play different sports games like 2K, CFB, Madden, all that stuff, and you know, I play a few of those games too. I play a lot of 2K. Ever since 2K21, the game has looked the same. Ever since watching college football and all that stuff and playing it for the first time this year, it does look the same as last year. So there's been, I feel like just overall, sports games are getting like, are reaching their limits in some capacity, especially with the hardware that's currently out right now. Like I said, Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5 are about to be 6 years old this year. Think about it. And I get it, it wasn't accessible to get a PS5 or Xbox release night. I was just lucky. Since it's accessible now, people are expecting to have that huge jump from a PS4 that's on its last dying breath.
No strikes.
You have to like manually start up the fan just to see like 30 FPS graphics, to having like 120 4K everything on the next gen or a current gen console. That's just not the case, especially with yearly games. Although 2K is backed up by Take-Two, they do make a lot of improvements. Although, you know, Madden, CFB, they're backed up by EA, they still make improvements. But with MLB, it's hard, and it's not even to give an excuse, it's just hard, especially just only having Sony San Diego Studios as your direct company to create this game, just only being backed up by PlayStation Studios for the storylines and other additions. There's something that we don't really like see or know or have a reasoning why MLB is not getting the proper treatment compared to other games when they have graphical improvements. It could be MLB itself just neglecting its own product, just focusing on just, you know, or they're probably just focused on their merchandise. MLB The Show could be in trouble if they don't please their consumers with graphic improvements. But having good graphics and good gameplay can never be balanced out. It's either you have good graphics and shit gameplay, or bad graphics but smooth gameplay. That's what MLB The Show is kind of doing at the moment. As soon as they upped the graphics up in MLB 20, gameplay was just beyond just choppy. We talking about people glitching to the side at shortstop, freeze offs, lag input, delays, and all that stuff. So I feel like if you really put into perspective, I think MLB The Show has kept the graphics the same just to focus on gameplay, which has kind of put them down on the standard to some people, or to a lot of people on Twitter. So far, the gameplay has been extremely smoother than previous MLBs. 2021, you know, considered one of the best games because of its gameplay improvement, first time coming to Xbox, compared to 20 where it was just like robust, horrible. 18 was probably the worst. We do need graphic improvements, but if we do that, then the gameplay is just gonna suck. You know, I get it, the outside people want an aesthetic, they want baseball, or they want America's Pastime to look like America's Pastime in 4K. For that, just watch an MLB game. You know, as you see, like, you know, people like me that have been playing the game for like 5+ years, we've seen gameplay evolve. Graphics, we don't really, a lot of people don't really care about graphics if you really play this game a lot. But that's just, you know, that's just one side of the room that prefers that compared to the other side where, you know, graphics is the most important thing. We want 4K, we want to see judges sweat and tears, everything. I get it, I want that too, but I also want smooth gameplay. Graphics come with a price of gameplay. The gameplay might be choppy, it might be shit. If the gameplay looks amazing, the graphics might be a little bit low res, and you know, that's the same for like Call of Duty, because, you know, if you want like the highest frames, you're gonna have to lower your graphics. People do that. People don't play Call of Duty in 4K unless you have like a $20,000 PC just fully specced out, overclocked. It's not going to work like that, especially with the limitations on the console. The console has presets, you can't really customize them, there's only the resolution. But yeah, the whole point is that the gameplay trailer has gave out a huge mixture of feedback, which is very understandable from both sides, and it's up to SDS to at least, you know, be transparent as they were in years past, and, you know, give us a reason why. We'll be less angry. Some people will be less angry, some people will just, I don't know, some people won't care. J-Mos won't care, he'll play the game. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Can't wait to see what the gameplay showcase stream is going to be all about tomorrow. But yeah,